Because this gets right into my running deal.
I know, and this is a real thing.
Your
and
what?
Thanks
my
to
running deal.
This administration, they're going to make it more real for you.
So, you know, we had a couple days ago Tom Ricks on saying, you know, don't worry about Big Brother in the form of government alone. Also worry about Big Brother in the form of corporations. Well, you look at me and everybody's thinking this guy must run every day, right?
Marathon.
That's what you're thinking. He's marathon man.
Trying to get you to do that.
2 weeks ago, and I know everybody's going to have an explanation, but none of them apply. So about 2 weeks ago, I said, I've got to start running. I've got a daughter that runs. I want to run 5Ks. And I don't want to do it in like 80 minutes. So I said, I'm going to get down to a 9-minute mile, then I'm going to get down to an 8.5-minute mile, then I'm going to get, and it's going to take a while. But I'm going out and I'm doing, first time I've ever run in my life. First time, I'm a big guy, okay? So as I'm starting running, I don't browse or any history. I don't buy anything. I do nothing that would trigger an ad. I just tell Mika on the phone. Ads start popping up in almost every one of my articles saying, are you over 40 and running? And I'm like, okay, what's this about? Then, after I tell everybody how weird go here, how strange that is, again, still not texting it, still not tweeting it, and I can find it later in a break, I say to Mika, hey, I've gotten down to a 9-minute mile. Now I'm going to start going for an 8.5-minute mile. And so we talked about it briefly. The next day, I get ads, and they're still coming up. Are you over 40 and can run a 9-minute mile? This, my friends, is not a coincidence.
That is creepy.
It is really creepy, and I've had other
if
friends
Google
since I've talked about
is your
this.
Phone listening to
I'm going to show you. And again, I have never run before. You
haven't searched for running?
I have
Did you
never
have your
searched.
phone on you while you were running?
No.
No, I didn't have my phone on me. I've never searched for running shoes, and that ad starts popping up everywhere.
Wow, over 40, 9-minute mile.
Can you believe that? And by the way, you know me well enough to know I bought all the running gear and everything 20 years ago and never ran. I just started running.
It's still perfectly good.
But I'm telling you, Tom Ricks is right. This is really, you know, worry about your deep state and all that, blah, 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 nonsense. This really is what corporations are able to get, and I will never be able to explain this, but I've started talking to friends, and now they're giving me examples of how when they just talked on the phone or just talked around the phone, suddenly these ads started popping up.
This is the best buying device that's ever been invented.
I know certain lawmakers who won't.
Phone.
They make you turn it off if you come in the room.
By the way, when I go and talk to members on Capitol Hill, they look at my phone and they say, turn it off. The Russians are listening. We don't know who else is listening.
My dad would say.
So the question is, and your dad said it for quite a while. The question is, first of all, how are advertising agencies getting this without our knowledge, without our consent, without me? Forget about browse history. And secondly, why in the world would Republicans pass any legislation that would allow us to be spied on even more?